Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Theme Park Bros. This is episode 8. My name is Austin.
I'm Cam.
I'm Braden.
Also Austin.
He's also Austin. He's back. He's back this week. He's not MIA anymore.
Yeah, I was booted from the podcast, guys. Don't worry. I'm still around, guys. I didn't get kicked off the podcast or anything, guys.
He didn't die. He's still here.
I have to pay to get on this podcast again, guys.
Anyways, yeah, last couple weeks had a lot of good content. This is another good week. There's a lot of things happening, and I think we'll save it for the news, but I know Cam and B have some exciting news to share as well. As always, thank you guys for following us on all of our social media platforms, or liking, sharing, commenting. We're almost to 500. I know it's not a big number. We're almost up to 500 likes and follows on Facebook. We're only about 5 to 10 away on each of those. That's cool. I mean, it's something. Started out at 0. Now we're there. So, but thanks for all the support on social media.
For those that didn't catch us last week, we did start a Patreon account for Theme Park Bros. So if you go to our Instagram, you can find a link there. It'll also be attached to this video. But basically what Patreon is it's a way for our viewers, subscribers, all that to support us and our content. And it gives us the chance to either do or try things we normally wouldn't be able to do, helps us with new equipment, things like that. Basically, it just helps to promote and make our videos as best as possible for you viewers at home. So we have multi-tiers for the Patreon account too, so you can help subscribe for as little as $3 and as much as you want. Micah McLeod, still shout out to you for subscribing, donating, for being a Patreon subscriber.
Very generous.
Yes. So far we have used that money. We've purchased a lot of merch for ourselves, and also some merch that we're able to give out to you guys. So we're waiting on that to come in. It just takes a little bit of time, just because it is, specialized to the Theme Park Bros. But yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about it, feel free to hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. We're always active on there, willing to help you guys out. But every dollar amount helps us. Like, you guys have no idea how much it helps us. Like, we're looking to buy new equipment too, green screens, microphones, things like that for our podcast. So
You can go live with A-Dog if you subscribe.
There's a lot of perks too. A lot of perks, so you can get content that you can't normally see in these videos. A lot of things that Edwards does that you guys wish you could see at home. Discounted merch, first look at merch, things like that. You get to even have, one-on-one videos with us.
Yep.
Or with Edwards, if that's what you choose.
I don't want a one-on-one video. What am I being sold for here?
A-Dog reminds me, when you see him with the iPad, it reminds me of like a worker at Chick-fil-A, like taking your order, or like someone at Disney, like guest relations, having a little handheld iPad. That's what you remind me of right now. But anyways,
are you supposed to be in your zone? Where are you at right now?
Let's get into the news, shall we? I think A-Dog wasn't here last week, but maybe that's something for the merch. That's our tagline. All right, starting off, Raya and the Last Dragon is going to be coming out on Disney Plus as well as theaters.
It'll be out when you guys see this.
What's the do you know the exact date?
Well, Fridays.
Friday.
So it'll be out tomorrow, but if you go to the early screenings, it's technically out today, which if you guys see it on Sunday is actually 3 days ago.
I think it actually looks pretty good. The animation looks crazy too. I mean, I don't really know too much about the movie. I think I'm just gonna go into it kind of blind and just see what it's like, But I think it looks good. Starting off with Disneyland, we'll let Cam and B kind of share the big news, the big news.
We're going to Disneyland.
Whoa!
Play the horn, go.
Some might say we're gonna have a California adventure.
We're gonna be tasting a lot of food
and wine.
Yes. It's been a long day to say the least. B and I were up at 3 a.m. first. Just
3 a.m.
I crashed and they didn't sell tickets. I don't know what time B woke up, but I was up at 6. No, I was up at 9 or 8.
6:30 I woke up after that, so I had a lot of sleep.
So yeah, did that, and then I was on at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and I think like 11:15 is when it like dropped, around 11:15. And I didn't secure, 11:15, then the queue actually opened at like 12.
11, 12 about.
Yeah, and then I didn't get tickets to like 2, maybe 2:30. Luckily I was able to grab some for B as well, and we will be going on March 21st, which is my birthday. So we will have a special episode before B and I head out. So you guys will hear an episode as B and I are in Disneyland.
It'll come out the day that you guys are there.
Yeah, this is also where Patreon would definitely help, because we're flying cross country. You know, we don't know where we're staying yet. We don't know if we're going to be at a small hotel, you know, Airbnb, what we're going to try. But if you guys are able to help support us, you know, we're able to try these different things, possibly stay at a hotel, and even give you guys a hotel review. So it's going to be action-packed.
Bob Chapek. Maybe he'll let us stay with him.
What's that?
I said I'm going to email Bob Chapek and see if he'll let us stay with him.
Yeah, we're going to be hashtag hosted by Bob Chapek.
Hashtag hosted.
Even if we're not, we're going to say it anyways.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob Chapek, for letting us stay. He's going to call me. Somehow it's going to get to him. He's like, who the heck are these kids?
Yeah, we stayed in your house. You didn't know.
So, other than that, yeah, kind of moving on, that kind of ties in with, you know, Disneyland, with the Touch of Disney. That'll be starting in just a few weeks. You'll get a special photo op when you're there. You'll get like a meal voucher card. You'll get a magnet and a button. But I'm not sure as to what all the food, how much food that's going to be there or not. But
there's a lot. I know just for starters, I know that they have, you know, the classic like flavored, or I guess flavored churros. I guess that's what you could call them, right? So I know they have a milk and cookies one, which sounds really good, and they have Fluffernutter. The classic, they have
Fluffernutter.
Monte Cristos.
Watch your mouth.
Have bacon mac and cheese in a cone, which I've never had that before, so I will lose my cone virginity. And then Lamplight Lounge is gonna be open, so you know we're gonna have to secure a reservation on that.
Wonder when those
lobster nachos, baby.
And that's just the gist. We'll put a link in the bio for the whole menu, but yeah, it's a lot. It's basically like basically the main classic things that you can find at Disneyland, with
and then some
other things.
Mm-hmm. That'll be
So
awesome.
it's gonna be fun. And actually, I don't know if B or any of y'all know this, but on the website you can look and see what's open.
Yeah. Like
for the festival, it shows like, oh hey, all these shops are gonna be open, like on Pixar Pier or this candy shop. They have the Avengers web store on there.
Interesting.
It says coming soon, so
you're gonna have to get some photos of if you can get some photos.
So I don't know if that's gonna be open on opening weekend or like they're planning on it being open sometime during the festival. The festival right now is barely a month, so we could get lucky. Yeah.
Moving over to Universal Studios, this was kind of the big thing that sparked a lot of controversy. Kind of a lot of stuff on the a lot of regular news outlets were talking about this too. Not specifically Universal, but Seuss, Dr. Seuss is getting canceled in a way. I guess there's been 6 books. I mean, we're not here for politics, but just the gist of it, there's 6 books that are portraying people being harmed, particularly certain races were harmed in some of their books in a way.
I never even knew that. Like until like I heard they were like there was like things about it like last year, I guess. I've heard, or something like where Dr. Seuss was trying to get canceled last year, which I brought up at work to someone. I was like, wait, Dr. Seuss is getting canceled? And someone was like, yeah, like I guess the books like even last year.
He's always had some banned books. Like if you've been to certain libraries, like they do ban certain books that either aren't part of like history nowadays or just like lack the moral content that should be in a book. So like he's always had some that weren't technically acceptable, but I think it's not until now where they're actually like, yeah, this stuff like should not be okay. But it was made at a time when like things were different.
Oh, yeah, like that's what you know, I feel like nowadays, like someone will find something to kind of mention. So I guess there's like people. I think they started pulling some of the books off of the shelves that they have in Seuss Landing. They're probably gonna start revamping some other stuff that they might have.
Do y'all know what the books are? Because I don't even like.
I know If I Ran the Zoo or whatever is one of them, and something Mulberry Street.
The other ones were very like not very well known. Like he made a ton of different books, and like I only recognized 2 of like the 6.
Mm-hmm.
So they just were books that I don't know how somebody even found out about. Like I only know like 10 books of his, and
Green Eggs and Ham, One Fish, Two Fish, Cat in the Hat. Like
right, Walk Into My Pocket.
Yeah.
The Sorcerer's Stone. No.
Did you say the Sorcerer's Stone?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can create the Avengers too, to be honest.
Yep. He's George Lucas. But I don't know what that means. I think Universal came out saying that they don't have any plans to get rid of Seuss Landing at all. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. They're just going to kind of maybe adjust to the current climate. If they were to go somewhere, I know Cam had this on his story, but what would you guys turn it into? If you had
the funny thing is, a bunch of people on my story were actually naming lands that are going to go to Epic Universe, which I know we're going to get into that in a second.
Yeah.
So like, people were like, "Oh, I want to haunt like a horror land, like not Marvel, Universal Horror," and I was like, "Oh, already a thing." Someone was like, "I want Fantastic Beasts." I was like, "Oh, already a thing." Someone was like, "Mario," and I was like, "Already a thing." Like I'd message him because I was like, "I'm not gonna embarrass him."
I think A-Dog would want
my thousands of followers I have.
Continue.
But no, I think what would be really cool. Now, this is like not my dream, but like what they could do for it is what I wish they did. Honestly, is if they kept Jimmy Neutron, make that area into the Despicable Me and like have it like how they have it in Hollywood, where like the pier, like it's like the carnival. So it's like
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Which would be cool, but I don't know. I can't really think of anything to like.
A massive area if you think about it.
Yeah, and they could honestly they could turn because they're by that water, so they could just extend out and make a pier too for the Despicable Me area.
Yeah, but I think. But the thing is, so about the crazy thing about Universal Islands of Adventure, what I learned is Universal is based off of movies, and then Islands of Adventure is based off of books.
Mm-hmm.
So everything in Islands of Adventure is based off of books, even though there's movies about everything. Like it's all about books.
Or comic books.
Yeah, comic books, comics, cool, like newspaper, all that stuff.
Yeah,
so like, you have to think it's like was a book that got turned into a movie that would fit there that Universal owns.
I think A-Dog would like the area if it was turned into Shrek's Swamp.
That would be funny.
It's a little Shrek Swamp area.
Swamp.
Volcano Bay is open. How was it, Cam?
Amazing as usual. Best water park in Central Florida. It's actually very not crowded. That wasn't even proper English. But the longest wait, which obviously people are gonna think this is long. I mean, it is long. Was 130 minutes for the Krakatoa coaster, but I rode it 3 times before it was even 130 minutes. So like it until about 1:30, it was a walk-on. Like you can go up and it was a ride now, or it was like a 20-minute wait. You just tapped. But it was every other ride was a ride now. So you just walked up and went down. Wasn't busy. I know for any of you that like didn't see the video and you want to know like their COVID regulations, you have to wear your mask entering, exiting the park. You have to wear it when ordering food or picking up your food in stores. And then you cannot wear them in the water, and you cannot wear them on the rides because obviously it's a safety hazard with water. Like you don't want to drown. And then around the park, it was encouraged unless you were like laying in the like. Now, if you're going ride to ride, like they don't care. But like if you were like kind of dressed and like they knew you were just kind of, they'd be like, hey, like if you're not going to a ride or you're not going to the water, would you mind wearing a mask? Because like I would be like filming and like going from ride to ride on my GoPro, so like they could tell like I was going ride to ride except soaking wet. But like they would kind of confront some people and be like, hey, like if you wouldn't mind, like if you don't have to, but we're gonna kind of encourage you to wear a mask. So they did enforce it, which I was kind of shocked about. I didn't think they were gonna do it. But it was most of the time it was like higher up people. It wasn't like lifeguards. It was more like leadership, like kind of walking around. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, that's good for them opening. I mean, Glad that they're open that back up.
I just hope it gets back to normal because Volcano Bay used to be open at night.
That would be cool.
So that would be cool.
Oh gosh, my lights turned out. Since when does this happen? It never does this.
You don't like podcasting at night?
Anyways, we kind of mentioned this in our last few because we just kind of joked around it, but they actually did start construction back up again for Epic Universe, which is good news.
They came out with a prediction date.
Oh, they did?
2025.
Are you kidding? 2025, that's what they said?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I was expecting like maybe 2024, but not 2025.
A whole year difference. Oh my god.
I know, but still.
That'll be
I
good. Come down here.
But I mean, I guess we still have a ways for that. Universal Studios did post kind of a sussy pic. They posted that Horror Nights.
Horror Nights posted that.
Or Universal Horror Nights posted a sussy image on. It was just a black square. I don't know. I mean, it's something's gonna happen, and there's gonna be some announcement in the future because that's.
I feel like it's super early too.
But why would they post that? I mean,
They're creating hype. Come on, they do that all the time. Universal's the best at that.
that is true. But that was like such a good that is a good post. Like
They literally posted nothing and got how many responses? Like
lot.
who else could do that?
Crazy. Velocicoaster is now testing 3 trains with dummies now. I'm not sure if they were doing dummies before, but
Did they invite you to ride it?
I actually did get my notification here. If you look here, it says, "Screw you." No, but that's good. I mean, I'll see them in person when I'm down there, so excited to see that. And going off of Touch of Disney, once tickets dropped for that, Universal Hollywood attacked that moment to do their own event. Same exact thing.
That caught me off guard. I thought that was like, because I have certain like tweets notifications turned on, and I got a notification on Twitter, and it said a touch of or taste of event tickets now on sale, and I clicked that so fast. I'm like, oh my god, they're going on sale, and it was that, and I'm like, what is this?
It's kind of good marketing, almost in a way. Like do it like right when everything else
It was right when you opened up for Disney. Like they just we're live.
The same day.
That's kind of crazy. Crazy. That's cheaper too. I saw, but I'm not sure if there's a meal voucher at all. But I know it's cheaper.
One thing about I mean, I don't care personally because like we get to go, and I'm just excited to go. But like, if I was like a pass holder or something, they got told that they were gonna get notified before anyone else. And I know I saw people complaining, but like everyone complains. But also the park, like your fee is with the parking. So like everyone in their ticket is a parking fee, like a $25 parking fee. Mm-hmm. So like when obviously we're probably gonna be close enough to where me, Jackie, and I can just walk, so we don't care. But like part of my ticket is the parking fee, which kind of like sucks, but I don't care. But like it's actually people who are coming in like groups and like everyone pays for it. Instead of paying like, oh hey, we'll all chip in $5 for parking.
Yeah, everyone has to get it.
Which is nice for Disney because they're gonna kind of make up that money fast. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just saw a bunch of people complaining, so I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
See, if they were smart, I feel like they should have waited until the day after, because there's gonna be people that missed out on the Disney tickets, so that way they'd have at least something, and it's a cheaper option. So like, if I was marketing for that, I would have dropped them tomorrow.
I don't think that they're gonna be. I don't think they're live yet, though. At least not that I know of. I haven't checked at all. But yeah, they'll have. I think over like 75. What I read, they'll have like over 75 food items, and then they're gonna offer seasonal and annual passes at a discounted price there as well for people who come. So I don't know. I think both options. Either way, it's good news for those parts because it's showing progress and it's leading to bigger and better things for the future. So I mean, good for both of them to kind of start this event and get things moving. So about time that something's happened.
Only took a year.
Exactly. All right, moving on to Disney World. We're almost there. Taste of EPCOT flower and what's here? Yeah, sorry, butchered that.
Taste of Epcot.
Flower and Garden Festival began.
Not everything is taste of now, just so you know.
I thought that's what it is. Taste of Epcot.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
So-
they're called Taste of Epcot now.
What? Why are they calling everything taste of, touch of?
They
Like-
just want you to lick everything.
International festival, international food and wine.
Is anyone planning on going to that fairly soon?
Potentially tomorrow.
I might go
Yeah.
next weekend.
Adog, you going?
Work there.
Work there.
I was gonna go Saturday, but it's a 90% chance of rain, and I'm like, do I really want to go the first time this year and have it downpour? Probably not.
Yeah.
You know what I found? Okay, this is like super random fact about weather. So you know when it says that there's a 90%, this is what I saw on TikTok, so I don't know if it's true.
Isn't it like only for like the area?
Chance it's gonna rain. That means in your location, 90% of your location it's gonna rain in. In 10% of your location, it's not. Not like there's a 90% chance throughout the day that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So if it says there's a 10% chance of rain, 10% of your local area, your zip code, your city is gonna get rain.
There's
Yeah.
no way, because
Yep.
even in
heard
there's
of that.
even in like the summertime when it rains a lot, like even if it says 30% chance of rain, it still rains at some point, no matter where you are.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I saw on TikTok. And
We'll have some
It was like-
we'll
it was
do
like
some
a-
meteorologists. We got some meteorologists here.
something to think though. Something to think about.
Something to think about. Let us know in the comments. What are your
Is
thoughts
any weather-
on the weather?
Are there any meteorologists that watch our videos?
We need some news. We need with our news updates. We need some weather forecasts for the next week. We'll just assign someone in our group to be the meteorologist. So with the mask, Edwards would be it. With the mask update that we just talked about last week, with indoor dining and all the seated dining and whatnot. So Disney World, I guess, elected is not going to be doing that as of recently. But I mean, it's kind of too late for that. Like we always talk about, like, why are they just now doing this when it's been a year into this pandemic and they haven't had any issues at all in the past with this? So I don't know why they tried enacting it right then and there.
I think there's just a lot of ways to try to go around it, so they just didn't even want to risk, people just getting annoyed over something like that. Like most of the time, the waitresses, they're wearing a mask and a face shield anyway, so it's not affecting them. It would just be the people around them.
He's got our weather now for Central Florida.
Because it's something like people are gonna be like with bread at a table and you're just gonna be like, I'm eating. Like, there's gonna be that one Karen. Like,
Right.
We got Ron Burgundy in the bottom right of my screen. And then they also did update signage I saw at Disney Springs for kind of showing what masks you can and cannot wear. They have a lot of images and infographics kind of showcasing which ones you can and cannot wear. So no like gaiters or mesh ones, or not sure what other ones there were. That
Nothing with holes in it.
Nothing with holes. It has to cover the, mouth and nose. It can't have any like gaps or anything like kind of showing like ventilation. But I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. Epcot's had a lot of.
Blizzard
what?
Beach has preview today.
Oh really?
They open this weekend, I'm pretty sure. Next week, Monday, maybe.
I wonder when Typhoon will open.
Typhoon was just doing. I think they're doing their refurb, so it's just gonna be that normal.
Oh, the flip.
The flip.
Moving over to Epcot, Harmonious. They got that ring, I guess.
I want Edwards to apologize because that man said, "Oh, that thing's not gonna be done by until October." I want to hear it. I want to hear you apologize to me.
You'll see.
You'll see.
You don't know much.
If there's fireworks for October, you have to ride Hulk 4 times.
You don't.
4
you don't
times.
You don't work there. You don't understand.
You don't understand.
You're an outsider.
The funny thing is, you work there and you still don't understand.
You're an outsider.
You should take the boat and crash right into that ring. No, try to get air and just go straight through it. Try to just get enough speed and just crank that sucker.
I saw a meme about that where it had Goofy on skis running through it with water.
That's funny. They said that thing's 6 stories tall. That thing's huge. In the image and stuff, it's like, oh, it doesn't look that big, but like in person, that thing's ginormous.
That's what she said.
They started hoisting the flags up, like the 12 like EPCOT symbols at the front entrance.
Yeah, they have new music too.
New music, new like I think like a new lighting system, like a new like lighting type for the entrance as well for the night.
It's just the Figment song on repeat, actually. That's all you hear.
I honestly would burn down Epcot if that was actually true.
Moving on to the last section is kind of our foreign / kind of miscellaneous things around the world of parks. Disneyland, this is going to be happening worldwide too, but they digitally edited out Tiger Lily and the Indian Village Native Americans in the ride. I saw the before and after. It's kind of cool how they did that, and it's going to be.
I didn't see the after.
Kind of makes sense though, honestly. I mean, I understand that movie was kind of wrongfully depicting them in a way, and so they're going to be doing the same thing as well as around all the other Peter Pan rides. Not sure when that's going to happen. Tokyo Disney Sea, I guess, sold some of their Phantasmic barges to Disneyland Paris.
I saw that.
They haven't declared that they're going to be doing a Phantasmic show though. It's going to be more, I think they have like a lagoon. They're going to have like some show, but they haven't specifically said it's going to be for Phantasmic. So they just said some nighttime lagoon show. So more updates on that. Obviously, this is too early to the future, but
there's one more thing too that was just that was found out today is 20% of the Disney stores will be closing down too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is quite disappointing because I know back in my hometown, the closest mall to us still had that old school Disney store.
In Milwaukee?
They had. Yeah, in Milwaukee, that still had like all the cool figurines like up on the wall, and they had the big round showcase. They had like all the plush animals, and they had a movie playing up top, and it was like the best to go to. So that really sucks because that was one of my favorite places to go as a kid, and so them cutting down 20% of stores just to like raise e-commerce and care more about that it's disappointing, but that's the world we live in right now.
It's like 60 stores.
Nothing beats. I mean, now it's a little different, but like nothing beats this young kid just walking in there.
No, not
right.
at all. So yeah, that'd be 60. They did the math, and 60 of them would be from the U.S. Of that 20%. But yeah, that was everything of this podcast. We kind of rushed through that, but still got everything kind of briefly discussed about. So just like to say thank you for those tuning in. And remember to please help us by subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, as well as kind of getting on that Patreon account and subscribing as well. That would also be greatly appreciated. But as always, my name is Austin.
I'm Cam. My mic just fell.
I'm Braden. My mic didn't fall.
I'm Austin.
And he's the weatherman. Peace.
See you guys next time.